Welcome back to the Theologetics YouTube channel as we're continuing to answer the question, what is the gospel? We're looking at it from two angles, gospel from the air and the gospel on the ground. And we're continuing today as we talk about the solution to humanity's problem. You see, God created everything perfectly, and then humanity fell. Now there is sin and brokenness in the world, and it's a problem that we can't solve on our own. So this is the solution. We see that the world is broken, but God is not done. The third movement, the third piece of the gospel in the air is reconciliation. It answers the ache we feel when we look at war, disease, division, and wonder, will anything ever be made right? The gospel's answer is yes, because God is a reconciling God. Colossians 1:19 says that for in him all the fullness of God was pleased to dwell, and through him to reconcile to himself all things, making peace by the blood of his cross. So what's the solution? God reconciling us to himself through Jesus. Now I want you to catch this really quick. All things, not just people, not just souls, but everything will be reconciled to him. Creation, systems, cultures, relationships, bodies. The cross of Christ is not just about saving individuals. That is key to it, but it's also about cosmic healing. The reconciliation that we're talking about doesn't begin with us climbing back to God. It actually begins with God coming down to us in the person of Jesus Christ. He enters our world, breathes our air, suffers our pain, and dies our death. On the cross, he absorbs the curse and then begins to reverse it. God's mission is not just to forgive sin, but to restore shalom. Shalom is a word that is representative of the wholeness that was lost in Eden. That means the gospel is not just about getting to heaven, but heaven coming to earth. Reconciliation is not just forgiveness, it's recreation. That has sweeping implications. It means that your work matters because God is restoring his creation. Your community matters because reconciliation touches relationships. And your witness matters because you as a believer are a preview of what's to come. So here's how we can apply this. First, respond to the gospel. This is what the gospel is. God reconciling things to himself. We can join God's mission as well by being a reconciler, not just a consumer of grace. We can practice peacemaking in our families, our friendships, and especially in our churches. And finally, we can live with hope, knowing that God's plan is bigger than escape. It's renewal. God is making all things new. Through Christ, we are not just saved from something. We are saved for something, to participate in his reconciling work. This is the concept and the reason and the solution to the problem of humanity and the purpose of Jesus. But who is Jesus? Join us in the next video as we dive a little bit further into the God-man, Jesus Christ. We're trying to keep these videos, as mentioned, a little bit on the shorter side because we want to stick to the basics. The things about theology, the things in apologetics, the things that are just below the surface are incredibly important, but we cannot build upon a foundation which we do not have. That's the reason for these shorter conceptual videos that talk about the basics of our faith from two viewpoints. So I hope you hit that subscribe button below and like this video to continue in the conversation, as well as if you want to take this a little bit deeper and continue talking about the deeper things in theology. That Substack link is available for you to check out. If you like what you see around there, I'd love for you to subscribe as well. But join us in the next video as we talk about Jesus.